Barry Lewis.
What'd you say?
Good day. This is Phil. He is general manager in our winery and restaurant, and I'm Armen. All my viewers, all 7 of you, told me that last episode was too lengthy and very boring. So this episode will be short, but very boring too. Phil, did you clean up the facility for our video shooting?
Ja, zapomniałem.
When Phil is speaking Polish, something is not right. Let's check it out. I'm gonna start with explaining this side of this building. Our building is separated in 2 parts. What you see behind me is the steakhouse called Lab at Armens Barrels. You see this gray hair? It's because of the lab, okay? And if you are the restaurant owner, my condolences. One day in the future, I will explain and make a special episode about how restaurant business operates and why my hair is gray. And for now, I would like just to point before we walk into winery and distillery that this is a little secluded place where Phil and I playing chess. Oh, by the way, that reminds me of something. Hey Phil, you are hourly based, right?
Yeah.
Do you charge me for all these hours that we play chess?
Yeah.
Oh, then make me move faster. Now we are in the winery and distillery section. And what you see behind me is just a small number of certificates and licenses that we should post on the wall officially. But we are subject to probably 1 to 2 dozen different organizations on the federal, state, and the local level as well. First 2 years when this building was acquired, we didn't do anything. We were just waiting for those guys on the wall. And the guy right next to me is about only person who is working in this facility. That's a forklift, and I should pay him salary, but I don't know his social security number. By the way, that reminds me of something. Phil.
Yeah?
How do I change this light bulb?
Hold on. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Is it number 1 or number 2? I'm afraid of height. Now we are in our storage facility. The way we operate is pretty simple. We don't grow grape. We order grape juice from Erie, Pennsylvania, most of that. And it comes in those kind of totes, about 265 gallons each. And we get about 10 or 11 of them for white wine, and then 10 or 11 for red wine. And then that's it. Harvesting season is over. And what you see left and right is you see our empty boxes with bottles. You see our product, and those are usually cases with the bottles inside, and they are flipped on the belly because the cork should be moist at all the times. Phil, have you been guys drinking last shift?
Ja, zapomniałem.
That reminds me of something. Phil, what are you doing?
You told me to check the speedometer, make sure it works like a Ferrari.
Then drive faster. now we are in our fermenting room. So as I said, once we get our juice, we rack it the same day into these fermenters. We measure the parameters, we make sure that the final ABV, or alcohol by volume, is about 13.5%. That's where I like all the wines to be at. We add yeast, and 2 weeks later it's done. So the magic here happens inside of these boys. Each one of them is about 3,000 liters, 4 of them 12,000 liters, altogether about 16,000 bottles. That's a maximum capacity per each grape variety that we have here. And those fermenters, every time when I look at them, they remind me of something. Hey, Phil.
Yeah?
Phil?
Yeah?
What the hell? Phil, what are you doing in here?
I was having lunch.
Why in the fermenter?
It was quiet in here until you showed up.
Okay. All right, guys, and now we are in our barrel room, and that is the place, this is the place where all the magic happens. These days, winemakers, a lot of them, don't use barrels. They age their wine in the stainless steel. But a long time ago, I have decided that we have to use barrels because that brings the wine to the next quality level. Why people are not using barrels? Well, 2 reasons. Number 1, those babies are expensive. They are at least several $100s or even several $1,000s. And what we have here is a combination of French oak and American oak. But reason number 2, each barrel is about 60 gallons or about 225 liters or about 300 bottles. And each month, 1 barrel evaporates 1 bottle of wine into the air. Another problem with these barrels is the bung, 2-inch hole in the top, is about only way to get something in or to take something out. By the way, that reminds me of something. Hey Phil, what are you doing?
Trying to fish the nail out of the barrel.
And now you want the nail to bite the magnet?
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right, guys, we are in our distillery section of our facility. This is our steel machine. It's automatic steel, and this is little computer that controls all the processes. Phil doesn't like when I touch things. He's saying he's an engineer, I'm an IT guy, I shouldn't touch things here, but I know how it works in general. So we put our wine over there in the big tank, or it could be must, it could be wash, whatever you call it, whatever liquid contains an alcohol. And then this machine will fill up this second machine that will heat up that liquid and extract alcohol. And the pure alcohol will get into that smaller tank, and ABV of that would be like 180 to proof of that will be 180 to 195. And when we take whatever Tiger contains and mix it down with water to 40, that's how vodka is made. If we put that into the barrels, that's how brandy is made. If wash was a little different, let's say from wheat, and we put that into American barrels, that's how whiskey is made. So the process is the same. It is the distillation machine that is behind all that. By the way, speaking about high ABV content of that tank, that reminds me of something. What is that?
Straight from the still.
What's the proof?
About 180.
Did you try it?
No, I didn't try it. You try it.
I'm on a case.
What does that mean?
Shame on you.
Good stuff.
By the way, Phil, I forgot. Did you finish the gin distillation today?
Yep.
What about sending our order to PLCB?
Yep.
What about starting next batch for wine?
Yep.
You see, there is a lot of things on my shoulder. Handy bank vahe.
What'd you say?
See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be another very busy day for me.